Hey everyone, this is Adam, and today I'm going to be showing you a quick tutorial on how you can edit and compose animated GIFs in Figma using the TinyImage Figma plugin. So to get started, all we need to do is go to our Figma file, and if you go down to the toolbar at the bottom and click on Actions, and then just search for TinyImage, so that's TinyImage, and if you go into the plugins tab and just click on TinyImage, you can run the plugin by either clicking on the run button, or you can click on the save button next to that, and that's going to let you save the plugin and run it from your plugins list. So I've already saved the plugin, so I'm going to go to my Figma canvas and right click anywhere, and then go down to plugins, go down to saved plugins and click on TinyImage, and that's just going to run the plugin we saved a second ago. So by default, the plugin is going to be on this compress tab, which basically allows you to compress and export any of your exportable Figma layers like JPEGs and PNGs and things like that. But the plugin has a bunch of other features as well. So today we're not going to be focusing on any of the other ones. We're just going to be going to the GIF tab. So if you click on the GIF tab over here, which by default is just going to be on this create a GIF tab item here, which basically allows you to create a new GIF from layers. So it'll let you select a bunch of static Figma layers and then let you curate those into an animated GIF. But today we're going to be focusing on this new feature, which is the GIF editor feature. So if you go to GIF and then click on the GIF editor tab here, that'll put you in the mode for GIF editor. And then you've got two different options. So you can either choose a GIF from a Figma layer. So for example, we've got these Figma layers here, which are animated GIFs, or you can also choose a file from your computer as well. So I'm going to show you both those different options, and I'm also going to show you a bunch of different ways you can go about creating GIFs with other layers inside of those layers. So you can kind of mix and match GIFs and static Figma layers too. But to get started, let's just select a GIF layer that I've already got in Figma here. So you can see in the fill panel, this is an animated GIF. So all you need to do in that case is just select that one GIF layer and then click on the Use Selected Figma GIF Layer button in the plugin. And that's going to automatically load up the GIF editor for that particular animated GIF. So you can see here we've got a bunch of different options. So anything from changing the size, so we can change the width and height, for example, and apply that change. We can rotate the GIF. So if we want to rotate it, we can definitely do that. We can flip it. So if we want to flip it horizontally or vertically or both, we've got that option as well. And of course, we've also got a cropping tool. So we can click on crop, and that will allow you to crop the GIF. So you can actually specifically crop the part of the GIF that you want to keep. So in this case, you might want to create this crop here and just click on apply crop, and that'll let you crop it as well. So you can kind of mix and match all of these different tools. And you've also got a bunch of other tools down here. So for example, you can reverse the GIF. So if you want to play the GIF backwards, you just enable that toggle. You can also change the speed. So if you want it to be faster, we can make it faster, or we can also slow it down. So if the GIF is too fast, we can slow it down. And you've also got control over the looping as well. So by default, the GIF is just set to infinitely loop. But if you only want the GIF to play a certain number of times, so for example, you might want it just to play twice and then stop on the final frame, you can just uncheck the infinite toggle there and set the number of playbacks you want it to do. So in this case, I'm just going to leave it as infinite. And you've also got a bunch of compression options down here as well. So by default, it's just going to apply some nice and light compression. You can also make it lossless, so that won't compress it at all. It'll just use the original kind of data. Or you can also set a size target. So you might want to set a target for a particular file size to shrink the GIF. You can do that as well. But today I'm just going to be leaving all those as default. So once you're happy with the GIF, there's two different ways you can export it. You can either insert the GIF to Figma. So you can click on the Insert GIF to Figma button. So I'm just going to set that to just be a bit different so we can see what that looks like. And then click on Insert GIF to Figma. And that's basically just going to insert the compressed GIF in this case to Figma. And now we can actually load that up and play it inside of Figma. So you can see here in the preview, the GIF has been added based on the edits that we just made. So that's a really quick way of getting it into your Figma file. So if you want to export the GIF to your own computer instead to use it for other purposes, you can definitely do that too. So all you have to do is make sure that the animated GIF option is selected in the export settings here. And then you can just go ahead and click the export GIF button. And that's going to, again, export the GIF to your computer. So you can just save that anywhere, just save it to your desktop in this case. And if we open up that GIF, like we can see here on my computer, the edited GIF has been saved directly to the computer. So you can use that GIF file for whatever you like. And as I mentioned before, there's a few other options we've got here. So let's say you've got an existing GIF, but you want to kind of mix and match some Figma layers over the top of that GIF. So for example, we've got this GIF here from the movie American Psycho, and you'll see here that we've got it inside of a Figma frame. So we've basically just taken that GIF, we've gone to the right-click menu and just clicked Frame Selection, and that's added this Figma frame here. And what that allows us to do is then add other layers inside of that Figma frame. So for example, we can add this text layer here. So I've just added that in. You can style that however you like. You can also add other layers if you wanted to. So if you want to add shapes or other static images and things like that, you can certainly do that too. And basically that's going to allow you to select that parent frame, so the frame that contains the GIF and the other layers, and you can essentially select that, and then you can go over here, which is going to allow us to, again, use the selected Figma GIF layer. So I can just click on that. That is going to automatically load up all of the GIF frames along with the Figma layers you've included, and it'll kind of let you mix and match those and overlay the GIF. So this is really useful if you've got a GIF and you want to add your own content above it, or use the GIF as kind of like a background for other content. This is going to let you do that really easily. And again, you don't even have to make any other changes. You can just purely load that in with those layers, and then again, click on the Insert GIF to Figma button here. That's going to load up the brand new GIF with those Figma layers included. So we can see here, this is now a single GIF frame that we've just added. And if we open up the sidebar here, you can see when I click play, that is now just a single GIF. So the GIF has the text and this shape in this case included, and that's just now a single GIF being included as a layer. So that's really cool. And again, of course, you can export that to your computer. Just click on the Export GIF button here. That's going to again output that, so you can open that up on your computer as a file. And if we open that up locally, you can see I've got the full GIF here with the new text layer and shape that we included as part of that GIF. So that's pretty cool. And you can also change the export format too. So you might want to export this as a video instead of a GIF, and you can do that. So you just change the export format from animated GIF to MP4 video in this case, and you can just click on Export MP4. And that's going to basically convert that GIF into an MP4 video instead. So now we can save that again as MP4 this time. And if I save that to my desktop and then I load up that file, you can see here that this is now a proper video. So it didn't save it as a GIF. It's a full MP4 video that you can use for any other video tools or any other platforms that accept videos as well. So that's pretty neat. And finally, the other thing I wanted to cover is you can kind of mix and match multiple GIFs inside of a single frame as well. So in this example, we've got another Figma frame, and you'll notice that we've got two GIF layers in here. So we actually took the GIF layer from over here. So we had this one in our file, and I've moved that into this frame 2 number here. And you can see we've got the American Psycho GIF and the Homer Simpson GIF. Plus we've got this rectangle shape. So as we saw before, you can just add basically any Figma layer into the frame. And I've just used that as a bit of a background for the text here. So we can just style that however we want, and that's going to get included in the final GIF. But importantly, we've basically got two GIFs in the same GIF that we're going to create. So we can essentially load up this frame and load that into the plugin. And that's going to process both of the GIFs. So we've got two different GIFs running in the same output GIF. So we're essentially merging two GIFs plus these static layers over the top, and we're able to combine all of those into this single frame via the plugin. So that's pretty neat. And the other thing that you can do that I didn't mention before is you can also trim the timeline as well. So for example, if we wanted this GIF to start much later, so for example, we don't want the close-up on his face, we can just change the timeline to start at this part of the clip instead. And we can even cut it off before this card drops out of his hand, for example. So we can do that. And we can also reverse that part of the timeline as well. So maybe we want the card to come up into his hand. You can do that as well. So you can see now that the GIF's been reversed. And of course, it's the same process. So we'll do Insert GIF to Figma. That's going to load the trimmed GIF in this case. So we've got the GIF here that we can open up and play, and you'll notice that it's now in reverse, and we've also got the secondary GIF in there plus the text and the shape layer. So you can really be a bit creative and load a bunch of different Figma layers, content layers, and sort of mix and match all of those to create a fresh, brand new GIF. And finally, I thought I would just show you an example of loading in a GIF from your computer as well. So for example, if you click on this icon here, it'll let you choose a file from your computer. So if you just click on that icon, that will load up your file selector, and then you can go ahead and just select any GIF from your computer and load that into the plugin directly. So in this case, I've just loaded in another GIF here, and that's just from the computer. So we didn't already have that one in our Figma file. That's been loaded externally in this case. And again, we can use all of the editing features here as well. So maybe we just want the last part of this GIF where it starts zooming in on his face and he starts nodding. We can purely just select that part of the GIF and render that as we need to. And again, you can flip that around. You can change the size. So maybe we want to make this, massive, and we'll just do 1000 by 1000 pixels or something like that. So we can apply that size, and then we can just render that into Figma as we just saw. You can also reset the edits. So if you want to just reset everything back to normal, you can just click on that reset button. If you've actually accidentally done something that you didn't mean to, you can certainly do that. But yeah, that's basically how you can go about editing these GIFs. So again, I'm just going to do a really quick example. Maybe we're going to blow this up to 600 pixels. You can also remove the aspect ratio lock. So if you wanted to make that purely square, you can certainly do that as well, and that'll make you change it into a square. But in this case, I'm just going to leave that as it was originally. And then I'm going to insert the GIF to Figma as we've done before. And that is going to add that new GIF that we've got right here. And you can see it's sized it to 600 by 630 just as we input into the plugin. And we can play that back over here too. So there we go. That's basically it. I just wanted to run through all of the different options that we've got here in the plugin. So hopefully that's going to be really useful if you're working with GIFs in Figma and you want to be able to edit those or take existing GIF layers and repurpose them or re-export them or compress them. There's a whole bunch of different options and use cases that you could use this particular GIF editor feature for. So yeah, feel free to give it a try if you're using the TinyImage plugin. As I said, it's just under the GIF tab up here, and then make sure you go into the GIF editor, which is again separate from the Create a GIF feature. This is more for taking static Figma frames and building up a timeline of static frames. This one is going to let you use existing GIFs and kind of repurpose those and edit them as you need to. So thank you as always for watching, and we'll be back soon with more Figma tutorials like this one.